Hi guys, in this video, we'll be looking into the integration of custom code push implementation in React Native. So in the previous video, we discussed a lot of things about React Native 77 and then its breaking changes, as well as how we can use React Native Reanimated 4.0, where they have introduced CSS style animations. So in this video, we'll pick up from where we left, and then we'll be using a custom library called react-native-ota-hot-update, where we'll be using that to implement custom code push features in our React Native application. So let's get started. So I would have discussed a lot of things like the Android 16 KB page supports Swift template in the previous video. So do check out this part in that video. Why? Because like we will be doing two-part integration here. One is we will be using this particular library called React Native OTA Hot Update to implement this in a version in React Native version less than 77 as well as in 77.0. Okay, so I'll close this, and this part I discussed in the previous video about the React Native reanimated version 4.0. So do check that out as well. So now let's get into the implementation. So as you guys should know that Microsoft's Appcenter is going to retire on March 31st. Okay, so when that happens, your code push integrations will fail, and then you can't update your JS bundles, which is like the detrimental. Let's take if you have thousands of users, and then you discover a bug, and then you want to fix it. You have to go through the long process of uploading a new AAB in Android and IPA in iOS, and then you have to wait at least 6 to 12 hours for the build to be checked by the review team and to get updated to the end users. This is so big, like a long process. To circumvent this, what we can do is React Native works in a JS bundle system, right? So we have the native code at one side, but we can't change the native code with this code push, but we can change the JS bundle of this particular our app, right? So as my app center is retiring, code push feature which we ourselves are using in our in our app will not work. So this is a solution for ourselves as well as a good solution for you. Okay, so we will be doing this particular code push integration in 2 videos. In this video, I'll explain each and every step that is required to do with this library, and then I will also be discussing the same thing in this particular library called HotUpdater by him. I can't pronounce his name, but he has a Chinchan profile image. So we'll also this video will be discussing that. Okay, so for now, I will discuss the architecture of how we will be doing this and each and every step that you need to do to integrate this particular stuff. Okay, so let's go back. And this is our previous integration. Okay, so for this to work, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the README and remove all these unnecessary things. Now, as I told you, so you have to understand the architecture behind everything, right? Like each and every step matters here. So this is not like you can put this code in AI and then get it up. You have to understand all these steps to make this work. Now, in React Native, how does React Native work? Okay, so in React Native, we have the JS bundle and then the native code. Okay, so here what happens is the native code is in what? I think, sorry, it's in Kotlin for Android and Shift for iOS. Okay, Shift and Objective C, and then for Kotlin, you can also call it as we have another language called Java, but Kotlin is more predominant now in the newer versions of React Native. Okay, but this particular native code can't be changed. So, for example, if you integrate a new library, it can't be changed. Okay, like you have to provide a proper build. But let's take what happens is in the JS bundle, all our images, all our code, which is the front end code, the React Native JavaScript side of things code, right, will be bundled up, and then when the user uses the app, they would use the JS bundle, which will connect to the native code. Okay, so this JS bundle can be updated over the air. So over the air is over the air updates. Okay, over the air updates where you can update the JS bundle when, like, let's take the user. I'll give you a scenario. Okay, so let's take you have thousands of users, and then your intern has used some AI code, and then he simply pushed it without doing any testing, right? Now what happens is a particular crucial part of the app crashes, okay, because of a blunder or a mistake he did uh, by changing some JS code without proper testing. Okay, so now what happens? The core part of the app is not working, and the business will there will be no business, right? Because the core part of the app is not working. So there are two ways to do this. One is go via App Store review. So you have to go via the App Store review. If you use Kotlin and so like let's say if you make a native app with Kotlin, you have to go via the App Store way. Same way for Shift, you have to go via the App Store way in Apple. That like for the previous one, it is for Google. Now, for the crucial part of the application to rerun, right, or work properly, it will take almost what 12 hours to 24 hours. My personal experiences, some builds in Android, they would approve within an hour or two, or sometimes it will be less than 30 minutes. I don't know how they do it, but sometimes it would take more than a week. I don't understand why they do it. Same for iOS. iOS, they have become very good now, where before it was one day, now it's less than 12 hours. So, but still, it's your business doesn't work for the next 12 hours, right? So, who wants that? So, in order to circumvent all these things, in React Native has a special function where you can upload the JS bundle, which will be applied to your users, and then the JS bundle will automatically update the code. So, okay, let's say you update all the code and fix it, and then you can upload the JS bundle to your server, and then the users can get that bundle, and the JS bundle will be updated for your end users, fixing the critical bug. So this will save you as well as the end user for let's say for the business and the developers. This will immediately fix the issue, right? So let's take the user encounter this bug. Now they close and reopen the app, and then they do the OTA update. Immediately the core feature will work. So from 12 hours minimum to it will get let's say you fix the bug and do all these things. It will reduce the time from 12 hours to 1 minute, one less than 1 minute. Okay, so you can see the power of OTA. Now here I will also explain the OTA and then terms and conditions of app stores. Okay, you should be very careful here. For OTA, you shouldn't change big part of the application or change the native code. You can't simply change the native code because they don't allow that. You can only change the JS bundle because of React Native's power and the architecture and the big brains and the core team behind this. Okay, you can't change the big part, not change the big part, but you can change this minor bugs which are allowed. Right. So once this is done, okay, so this is the OTA update in React Native. Now we will see why I am doing this why I am doing this video guide. Okay. Now we ourselves use Appcenter, which is a Microsoft product where the CodePush works exceptionally well for both Android and iOS. Where when we have some bugs or when we want to slightly change some text, etc., we will use the CodePush feature where we'll immediately push the update or the bundle to CodePush, and then our users immediately get the update. For big feature updates, we will just provide a new native build. But for critical bug fixes, or let's say your API key expires, or not, like you shouldn't put the API key in the front end, but something you change in the back end and then something doesn't work in the front end, right? Mistakes happen. We are human beings, so we are not AI or robot, right? Like some mistakes happen. So to fix all those mistakes, we can use OTA to do that. But on March 31st, this service will be out of order, and then they are closing Appcenter fully. They told this last year itself. Now it's January 25, so we have almost 2 months to integrate this properly with our own solution. One solution is to use EAS, which is Expo service, but we are not going to use that. We are going to use the custom solution that I am going to say, right? So this is the overall architecture, and then the business reasons as well as the app store requirements, and then their terms and conditions, etc. Okay, the main thing is you should remember this. You should not change a big part, and then you cannot change the native code. Okay, that is the power of React Native. You can change a JS bundle to fix the bugs, but if you just use Shift or Kotlin, you can do it. This is already, I think, available in Flutter now, but I don't use Flutter, and I think I will not use it. So React Native is my go-to. Now let's get into how we are going to integrate this in our application, right? So we have these two libraries. One is this one where I will explain each and every step. This one is does the same thing, but it is more superior. So I'm going to take an entire video for this alone. to explain each and every feature there, right? So this will be a two-part one. Now, for this library to work, what we need to do is first we have to install the required libraries. Okay, so I have two projects. One project I'll show you. So I'm going to go here and then let's go here. In this section, this is my old app. Okay, in this old app uses React Native. This. So this old app uses 73.8, and then I'll go back. Sorry, here. If I go to the package or JSON, this uses 77. So if you saw the previous video, the 77 version uses a shift file, and then uh, iOS for version less than 77 uses a what I would say Objective C file. Okay, so you have to remember that I'm going to provide two solutions together. Okay, so let's get right into this code. So first thing is to install this library. So to install this library, what you have to do, let's go back and then I'm going to close this, not required now. Close this, do cd dot dot, and then go back into the file. And then first thing, you can install this library. Actually, use yarn. So no, I'm not going to use yarn. So I'm going to copy this npmi and this one. Okay. So once I do this, right, so I'll tap on enter. So this particular two libraries will be installed. The first step. Second step is to for iOS and for Android. Okay. So for this to work in Apple delegate.m, actually it's mm. What you have to do, I'm going to go back here, and then in this m, it's not m, it's mm. I think he mistakenly written it like that. Now if I scroll down here, OTA update, you have to copy this one and then paste it here. Okay. Once you do that, here if you see RCT bundle URL provider, right? So I'm going to search this, and then I'm going to literally copy all these things, and then I'm going to paste it here. Okay. Yeah, so to remove this. Okay, okay, so copy this fully. OTA update rating. Okay, this is there. I copied and pasted it here. Now for React, okay, so for React Native 77, the latest version, what you have to do, right click on your project in Xcode Navigator and select new file from template. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can do this. So I'm going to go here, and then in this iOS part, I'm going to click on reveal in Finder. Some reasons, okay. I'm going to tap on iOS, and you shouldn't tap on this. Okay, if when I started out, it was a huge problem. You shouldn't tap on the blue color. You have to tap on the white color only. Okay, tap on that white color one, and then it will open up in Xcode. Okay, now what do you do? Right click on your project, select header file. Okay, so and then you have to create a bridging header. Once that bridging header is created, in the app delegate.shift, here you have this bundle URL, right? So go there to the bundle URL. Here bundle URL is there. Now I'm going to copy this entirely and then paste it here. Okay, so I pasted it here. Okay, right. Once that is done, what they are saying is for downloading in background optional. So what you have to do is, okay, so I'll open this. Okay, it's already open. I don't need all these things. So Mac and all no need. I'm going to tap on this and then file, new file. Okay, what this guy is saying, select new file from template and any random one. I think name it something like, okay, H. So it's C, header file. Okay, next header, targets, create. Okay, once that is done, search for your project bridger.in. Okay, so I'll go here. Oh, sorry, I'm going to go back here. What is this? Body sync. Sorry, it's not body. It's bond sync. Okay, and then I will copy and paste it at the top. So that integration of 77 version is also run like latest version. Same way for downloading in background mode, following this is optional. So in app-delegate.h, so this is for 73.8. So for 73.8, I'm going to go here, save this at this top. I'm going to use it here. This will allow the bundle, the JS bundle, to be downloaded in the background. And then in the app-delegate.m, see carefully, I'm going to copy this. And then in the below this or below this one, okay, whatever update you have done, paste this here. Okay, once you have done that, for 77, what he is saying is class app delegate of this one. I'm going to copy this. Let's go to let's go here in this one. App delegate or all these things are here. So add here. And then in this one, you have to create a function. So application will resign active. Here in this one below, okay, let's do this below here, paste it here. Okay, that's all the native integration you have to do. Next is for the Android side. So for the Android side, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use this again. Go here, go to app, source, main, Java, and then main activity.kt. Right. So sorry, it's main application.kt. Okay, I'll scroll to the top. This one, copy this, paste it here, and then get JS bundle. Get JS bundle, nothing is there. So I'm going to go here, copy this, and then paste it here. Okay, once you have done this, in Android XML, use permissions. So use permissions, copy this. In this one, what you have to do, read external storage should be there. So if it's already there, just add it there. And then one more is important. Okay, you have to copy this in the application tag. Add this. Okay, it's already there, but I'll remove this. This should be here. So you can add it anywhere, it's not a problem. I'll add it here. So the native integration is completely done. Right. So I also shown you how you can do in an app which is 73.8. So where is this React Native 73.8? And then for this particular one, actually for this one, if I go to package.md, I also showed you how you can do for 77 as well. Okay. So now what we are going to do is we are going to do the integration. So this is the front end side. Front end means in the native code. We have like the main thing here is the native side. We will like once we install this library, all the things will be there in that particular library's code. Okay, we have to do these configurations in the native side on top of these things. Once you install this library, we have to do all these things, and then we also have to make changes in the React Native side as well. Okay, so for that, I will explain it after this particular thing which I'm going to explain now. So now, okay, how does I'm going to explain one more architecture diagram on how everything works here, right? So now here, how does Appcenter work? So you can also take it as a system design or system design with React Native first time in the internet. Right? How does Appcenter work or Appcenter's CodePush feature works? So this is my assumption, but this is I think I would be 95% correct. They are Microsoft. They are 100 times bigger than me. So this is my assumption, and I would do this in this way only. Okay. So now what happens is technically I made the update. So yeah. Okay. So let's start with the question because it's a system design, right? So system design of Appcenter. System design Appcenter. Okay. So we'll always start with a question. So what is the question? Um, an error has happened. An error has happened. How will you solve it in React? Sorry, how will you solve it in React Native with CodePush by making your own CodePush server? Okay, actually, this serves entire purpose. You can understand each and every detail. Okay, so now this will take some time. So I would say to be patient with me here. Now, what happens? I made the change. Okay, so answer. So I made the change. Now I need to get the bundle somewhere. So before I need to create the bundle and then send it to Appcenter and then send it to Appcenter. Okay. Now this Appcenter should be replaced by my own server /storage. Okay, so the JS bundle is nothing but a zip file, or the entire JS bundle itself. Mainly, it's a zip file. Okay, so the JS bundle will be converted to a zip file and then uploaded to App Center, which we have to convert it to our own storage. It can be Firebase storage or Supabase storage or AWS or Azure storage, etc. Okay, once I do that, what I have to do is I have to the thing is there. Okay, the updated zip is there, but the user has to get it right. The user has to get it. Okay, how? So this is where these two libraries come into play. This one and this one. So the zip is successfully uploaded to our own custom server, not Microsoft. It's our own Firebase project or Supabase project. Where Firebase is not going to go under, or Supabase is not going to go under at least in the next 30 years, because Google is extremely focused on cloud now, cloud with AI. So so now user has to get it. How? With help of this, with help of these two libraries. Okay, so now we made configuration in the native code. Now we have to make configuration in the front end code to facilitate this front end and back end communication together. Okay, for that we have to use some command prompts to convert the JS bundle, send it to my Firebase storage, get that bundle, and then update it in the app itself. Okay, now let's see how we can do that. So for that, to upload the JS bundle to the server, we can use either this particular solution or this particular one. Okay, so he has also made this one, so I'll also look into that. Okay, but I'm not going to look more into this one, because I feel for that this works extremely well. But here, let's discuss only these two. Okay, now I can either upload to Firebase storage, or I can update the code via Git repository. So what he is saying is, this method allows you to use a Git repository to host the bundle.js. The app pulls updates directly from the repository, providing an easy and version controlled way to manage updates. This is one way. Another way is, with this method, you can upload the JS bundle to your own server. The app fetches the update directly from the server, allowing for dynamic updates. Okay, I prefer to go with this solution. Okay, you can also go with this one. But if you in this video, I'll be just focusing on this because I feel this is more my style, right? Because that's my style, to be frank. But you can also do this. If you want me to do this, I will make another part 3 of combining this as well, right? So now let's tap on this one, and then let's see what he is doing. Okay, so now the first thing, as I said, we have to add these scripts to make the bundle. So simply what you do, you copy all these things. Okay, you copy these 2 lines of code, go to package.json. Okay, not this. So I'll go here and then here. You can see I already have this export Android and export iOS. So you can copy and paste it here. Okay, once you do this, just keep it there. Now the second one, he's saying, okay, so this is for bare React Native CLI, like React Native CLI project. This is for Expo. For Expo, you already have EAS. You can use that. Second one, create an update.json file. So what you have to do, create an update on JSON file, and it has to look like this. So I'm going to go to the main root of my project, this one, and then I'm going to create update.json file. And then once I create that file, in that file, I'm going to use this. Okay, use this one, right? So sorry, I'm going to copy and paste this one, and I'm going to use it here. Okay. Now, as I told you before, for this solution, we are going to use Firebase storage, right? So how can you access that and how can you do this? So in order to do that, I already have a small tutorial here where I already created a Firebase project with the storage, Firebase storage bucket already created. And then I also have a folder there called Apollo Shot Bundle. You can name it anything. Like for example, I can go here. I can go here and tap on this new button here, and then I can create a new folder as well. So you can see I can create a new folder and then I can add that as well. Okay, so it should be this one. Now the next update would be, so what is this? Download Android URL and iOS URL. So why I have, okay, so I'm going to go here and then in the package.json, if you see what is happening, make a directory called Android output and then bundle the Android in production sense, and then in the entry file should be index.js and the bundle output should be index.android.bundle, and then I should again put that in the asset direction. So asset destination should be this Android slash output, and then we also need to create the source map. Once we have done that, you can see we again go to the CD, like we also created the source map as well. We go into Android, and then what we do is we zip the index.android.bundle as index.android.bundle.zip. Okay, and we also bundle the source map.zip. And then what we do is we, like, once all these things are done, we upload it to the particular server. So we uploaded the bundles via our own, like we just simply drag and drop the files. Okay, that's what we do, right? So here, okay, I'm going to show you directly on how we can do this. So like this is a step by step, it's a huge step, but if we just run the command, it should work. Now I'm going to go here and then copy this, run npm run export Android. Okay, it should do all these things. And the same way, I'm going to create another cd flow shot npm run export iOS. Okay, it says the bundle has been created, deflated, and all these things. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the Android folder, and then I'm going to go to thing where he is going. Okay, so let's go to this one here. Okay, so let's go here. Where is this? Okay, here. Okay, I got it. Now in this one, so in the Android folder, our index.android.bundle.zip is created, right? The same way it's also created for iOS. Now if we go to iOS, okay, here you can see main.js bundle.zip is created. Okay, so once these two things are created, what we can do, index.android.bundle.zip, main.js bundle.zip is created. Now we are going to copy these two files, copy this. Okay, let's go to here and then reveal in Finder. Okay, let's upload these two files. So I'm going to upload update.json, upload this, go to Android, upload this, go back to what? Wait. I'll go back here, and then in the iOS, I'll use reveal in Finder. Okay, actually, okay, sorry. Reveal in Finder. In iOS, we have this set here, right? So when the user taps on this, I'm going to drop this here. So paste it here. Okay, so like upload this file. Now we have for both iOS and then for Android, and we also have the update.json. Okay, so we have all these things. Now, as he says, upload your bundles and update.json to Firebase storage. The structure will look like this, right? Now, fetch the update and apply it. So we have to copy paste this code so that it automatically will work. Okay, but the only drawback of this particular version is you have to have a production bundle. Okay, the production app where you have, like in the internal, like you have for the Android side, you have to upload it to internal track to no to make this work. As well as for iOS, you have to put it to test flight and test it vigorously if it works or not. Okay, but I have a slight different solution here where what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here the package.json. As you can see, I have something like mode release, and then in the iOS, it also opens in the mode release, right? So I'm going to copy this and then change this to this one. Same. Copy this, and then I'm going to use npm run in production, run the bundle in production. Okay, let that be running in the background. Now we need some way to include this code in our app. So how can we do it? So now to do that, in each and every properly maintained open source libraries, npm libraries like this, you can go to example, and in the example you can go to source. The source you can find how you can do it, right? So for now, for this one, he has given something called useCheckVersion.ts. I can copy this and then create my own file called useversion.ts and then paste it here like this. Okay, so I will explain what this does, but we need to use this custom hook somewhere. So in order to know that, we can go to app.tsx and then we can literally copy this entirely here. And then this is already a production app. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to create custom code push.js. Okay. Yeah, it went somewhere. Okay, here. So paste it here. Copy this. And simply use it like this. Now in the app.js, go to stacks. So this is just a demo app. So here, okay, literally I integrated this particular version here. Now, sorry, the copy and paste the code here. Now what I can do is in this side, it's not use check version. Actually, it is okay. It's use check version. So I'm going to go to that code and then copy and paste this. Get this, get that custom hook like this, and then we have the version here. So version dot on check git version and all these things are here. Okay, so if I tap on this, if I go here, so this is a custom hook where we have the states, we have the functions, etc. And then we can use it in any other page, like anything we want, right? So if I tap on this, okay, so I'm going to go here, copy this. Okay, so I'm going to copy this one and then paste it here. Okay. Before doing that, I will show you. So this is a custom hook. Okay, I made this custom hook where. So I made this custom hook to. I'll show you like explain each and every feature here. Now we have a progress set progress. We initialize the progress. For example, for the bundle to get updated, what we have to do is like we get the bundle and we have to apply it to the like just we have to first download the bundle, right? So for that we have the progress, and then we also have the loading, and we have three functions called start start update, on check version, and on check git version, and remove git update. Okay, so we are going to change this to. Okay, actually this works. This automatically works. Now we will go through each and every function here. Now in the start update, as you can see, you would have installed a library called React Native Blob. This one, right? So what is going to happen is when the user taps on the start update button, the like what I would say is the Android or the iOS bundle. Let's say if it's in iOS, the iOS bundle will be retrieved, and then it will start automatically get download. It will automatically download, and then when the user taps on reload, the update will be automatically applied to the bundle. Okay, so that is the entire concept here. So now to make this work properly, we have to upload this, like you have to update these versions to the correct URL there. So if I tap on this, it's not working. You can see it's not available. So you have to tap on here, and then if you go here, you can get the proper version. Okay, so once you get that, update this here. Okay, same way in the update.json, let's take, if I tap on this like this, it's not working. So I have to go here, tap on this. Actually, okay, sorry, that won't work. So in the copy link one, this is the iOS one. So I'm going to paste it here. The same way here, I'm going to copy this and paste it here. So this is for the Android. Okay, so this will work now. Now I'll change this to version 2, and then go to reveal in Finder, and then remove, actually not this one, remove this one, upload the latest file. So the latest file is, okay, so I'll go here. Okay, update.json. So I will get this file and I will update it here. Sorry, here. Okay, so if I tap on this, it should work, right? So now all these configurations are done. Actually, if I go back here, actually it's not rm, it's run, sorry. Now let's see the integration. So okay, I'll close all these things. What happens in the useCheckVersion, we are using the start update, onCheckVersion, onCheckGitVersion, remove. Now here we deconstruct this version array, like version value object here, and then in the version we can get what dot, we can get these 4 functions, and then when the user taps on any one of these, like let's take when the user taps on this, we can get the latest version, like we can get the can check the git version, and then we can also remove the current update here. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is in this one, actually here it's it's compiling the app. So in the meantime, when it compiles the app, I will also explain more of the technical details that you need to know. So this particular integration is done in a particular screen in the stacks, like we did 3 configurations now. 1 in the native side, 2 in the Firebase storage, 3 in this particular code where we combine all these things, and when the user comes to the screen, he can update the app. Okay, you can also put this in model where when you are uploaded a new version, you can check if a new version is updated via code here, where if you can check version dot on check git version, and the current version and the uploaded version is different, you can trigger a update in the model. You can do all those things, right? So if I go here, and then till now what we have done is we have done it in via this way. Okay, so let's also see this, because I think okay, it will take some time for this to build. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this, right? So doc OTA update. So what he's saying is the same thing will be whatever we did it in Firebase storage will also be available here. So if you want to use git control, you need to install React Native FS. It's a file system library in React Native where you can interact with the file system. The same thing what he's saying is create a Git repository. So let's say you should have a private repository. If it's public, anyone can use it. And then you can create a private Git repository. And then from there, you clone it to your local machine. Now you generate the bundle in the same way that we did it here. So if I go here, you do it in the same way, and you can copy and paste it here. Like once that is done, like this is not required. So copy the Android output and iOS output folder into the clone. Okay. So I understand what he is doing here. Okay. So what he is doing is once the OTA bundle or the Android and the iOS bundle is generated, you can take the files like how I did it here, and then and then copy and paste it in the Git repository. Okay, or in that particular Git repository, and then push it. Okay. So in the Git repo, the bundles will reside there. Just like how code files like JavaScript file, HTML file will be resided there. Zip file will also be residing in the same spot like this. Okay. And then the same way, you can also check the Git version where, like here, branch of this bundle path, all these things, and then this URL. So what happens is in the explanation of the workflow. Clone in the first time, app will check if the repository in local not exists. App will clone repo. This may take time depending on project size. Check for updates. Next time you call check for Git update, it will pull the latest commit. Okay. So now what happens is when you push the code. Okay, so for the first time you upload it in the Git commit. So for example, if I go here, this is the Git commit ID. Okay, this is the Git commit ID. Now you update it again. You update the two zip files again, like how I did it here. You again manually take it and upload it there. What happens? The commit ID will be different. Now it will check that particular commit ID. Right? It will check that particular commit ID, and then if the commit ID is different, it will download the latest zip bundle for iOS or Android, and then it will apply it to the app. Okay, you can see ensure the Git repository is publicly accessible or configured. Okay, he's saying to do the Git, like to make the Git repository public. Okay, but that's the reason. Like, no, the security is slightly off here. But anyways, if someone wants to repackage your app, let's say you upload it to Android, they can take your app and then they can get all the JS bundle. But how you minify it matters, right? So that one you have to take care of the security on your side. Okay, so that's it. That's how you upload it to the Git site. Okay, like in the let's go here. What is happening? Oh, okay, I have to go. Okay, OTA. I'm gonna add this line. Okay, so there is dumb bug there. So what we need to do? Let's go here in the iOS, and then in follow short app delegate.m. OTA-hot-update. So he's saying, okay, I think did I install this package or not here? So OTA. Okay, that is there. I think I have to go here and use cd pod install. Okay, so I have to install the pods properly here. Before that, to test if some errors called 65 is coming, right? You have to open up Xcode to find what the bug is. So you can go here, and then I'm going to use reveal in Finder, iOS, and then tap on the white color. Okay, what is saying? CocoaPods could not find compatible versions for ZR. HotUpdater was resolved. What is saying? Use this. Okay, let's use that. You can always go here, and then in the app, not this, sorry. This one. Okay, let's see if this got updated. Okay, in the meantime, what we'll do, we'll also check out this build a custom admin panel with CMS. So if you have used CodePush in Appcenter, they would have a custom CMS option. CMS is nothing but, managed service. Okay, like central managed service. Actually, I don't exactly know the full form, but it's like it's not web, it's WordPress. in WordPress, you can upload your blogs and post, etc. Right? The same way, it's an headless CMS called, like, with this particular library, we can use a headless CMS called Strapi, and then you can install Strapi here, and then you can manage each and every what I would say, like, for example, you make an update to your app. So update one, you make some bug fixes. Update two, you make some text changes, right? You can manage everything with help of this particular CMS, like Strapi CMS, where when you update or upload any builds, you can publish it here and do it. But actually, it's too much work. But for all those things, this particular library solves it. This is a part one where I'm going to explain both of these solutions together, right? Yeah. So I'll go back. But the main thing is, for myself, I have not used Appcenter's CMS that much, because once you test these properly, right, for one time, it will work very well, right, for a lot of users. So the initial internal testing phase, if you do it with 5 to 10 people who test it diligently, then it's not a problem. Like, make have 5 testers for Android, 5 testers for iOS, like test it for 2 to 3 days by updating like 3 to 5 times, then everything should work. What are you saying? Purchase the same. Okay. Is it uploaded or not? So I'm going to go here. iPhone 15 Pro. Okay. Okay. Now, for now, what we'll do, we will test it in Android. So I'm going to go here, use npm run Android. Break on connect to DM. Okay. Yeah. I'll just show you the UI on how it will work. So I'm going to close this, reduce this size. So I'm going to pause the video now so that all these things work. Okay, so I was able to run the iOS side once I did the pod install and did the pod repo update. Okay, I can see check update OT and all these things are directly from this particular page. Okay, so for Android, it's running, like, it will take some time to run. So here you can see, let's tap on check update OTA. Okay, let's go to this one, and then let's tap on check OTA update. Let's see what happens. So let's go to on check version, and then in this on check version, here what we have, result data.json fetch API version, this one, and then let's go here. Sorry, here. Okay, can see. Okay, sorry, I didn't pick that up. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here. Let's use console.log result. Okay, we all console.log to my rescue for all my 5 ways. Okay, so now I'm going to tap on cancel. Cancel. Oh. So now I'll tap on check update OTA. What happens? You can see download, and like what happens here. See carefully. Okay, when the user taps on that button, check an on check version gets called. We are going to fetch this particular JSON file, and then in that we are going to get the, like, it's a JSON, right? So we are going to get the JSON value out, and then the current version is HotUpdate.current version, this one. Okay, so let's go here, tap, like, get this again, close this. Okay, there's no need. So let's do this. Okay, current version, go here, and then here cancel. Check up update OTA. The current version is 0. Okay, but the version in the Firebase storage is 2. So now if we tap on, what is this? If we tap on update, what happens? It will go to start update. So start update is what? Here. What we are going to do, when we tap on start update, we are going to get the zip files, whatever zip file we have uploaded here. So if it's in Android, it would be, if it's iOS, it would be download iOS URL. If it would be Android, it would be this. We'll get that zip file. We will download that zip file. Okay, let's we'll use React Native blob util library to download that zip file. And then what we are going to do is, we are going to like download the zip file, and then we are going to also attach the version. Okay, let's do that. So in here you can see progress. Like whenever we download some files from from a remote server, we can also get the percentage in which it will finish. So I'm going to go here, tap on update. Let's see what happens. So tap on update. Okay, I will tap on this check. Okay, it's updating. Okay, you can see it's updating, and then update success. Okay, and it literally worked in iOS. Right now, what I will do? Okay, I'll do this now. Actually, for this too, okay, I will tell you how we can test this in. Uh, okay, he's saying. Okay, he's saying get in Android, get bundle build failure. What went wrong? Okay, so in Android we got this issue, but let's do it for the iOS, right? So this works as I tested now in live. It works properly, but to test this in production, you have to put this in test flight, and then you have to do back and forth testing. To make this work. Okay, like for example, what happens? Let's take I go here, and then change this to. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's do it. So I'm going to change this to result only. Okay, result only. And then I'm going to go here and create a bundle. So what does that bundle means? I will create a iOS bundle. Let's see if that works. If this works in iOS, in Android, it's not a problem. So I'm going to go here, use npm run c export iOS. Okay. And then now I'm going to update the JSON file as well. So I'm going to update the JSON file to 3. Okay. Now we'll be getting a new iOS zip file. Okay. For some reason in Android, I'll go here. Okay. For some reason in Android, it shows some get.js bundle not working. Get bundle JS, something is not working, right? So for that to work, what we are going to do, we are going to go here in Android source, saying New York. Oh, sorry, not here. In example, you have to go to example, Android app source main. Sorry, address here, main application. See what's wrong. So here, this guy is having it here correct. And then get.js main bundle. So let's go to get.js main bundle. Okay, we put it outside. Sorry. Okay, you can see I made a mistake. I'm going to rectify the mistake by putting it here. What is saying? Nullable and all he didn't give. So if this guy didn't give, no need to do this. Okay, now he has given what override also he didn't give. Oh, okay. I think he put a wrong code there. So I'm going to put this here. Now if I run the app, it will work again. So I'm going to go again, run this. Okay, so once it will run. Let's not wait for that. So as I said, here we have result, right? Now the JS bundle is also created. So what I'm going to do is see, I'm going to first update the JSON files. I'm going to go here. Okay, I'm going to go here and delete this file and upload this JSON file now because I changed it to version 3. I updated the version. And then I'm going to go here again, go to iOS and update with what? With okay, so I'm going to remove this, delete, upload in iOS, upload this main JS bundle. Once that is done, you will see. So I'm going to go again here. Remember, in that bundle, we have this value as a result only. Now I'm going to do it as result Gautham and then loading from Firebase. See carefully. In the previous, the build that we uploaded now does not have these things. Okay. Right. But in the latest local code, we have did something here. Now what I'm going to do is see. So let's take, it's updated. I'm going to tap on check update OTA. What is happening? New version is coming. So coming smell is wrong. But when a new version is released, please update. Like he's from Vietnam, English is okay. We shouldn't tease anyone with their addiction. Okay. So I'll tap on update. Let's wait. It's updating. Okay. So for this to work, as I said, you have to use a real app because in the local version, it will only take from what I would say. It will only take from the local bundle. So in order to test that as well, I'm going to go here, use npm run c iOS. Sorry. So I'm going to run a production version. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to go here in this one. I'm going to open this. So this is the iOS side. Okay. Sorry, this is the Android side. The bundle is building here. You can see. Let's see what happens. That's why in the docs he's saying, let's go here. If I scroll down, remember HotUpdate just does like only works in release mode. Debug mode does not work. Okay. So no, okay, you can see in Android it also works. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on check update OTA. I tapped on that. It's very some reason button is okay. I tapped on that button. Okay, let's see what is the problem. I'll go there and then on press on check version. So let's see just by tapping on it if it works or not. Console.log 1. Okay, this one works. Okay, debug. We'll always use try catch and then go here, copy paste. They say, okay, it doesn't seem to be linked. What? You rebuild the app after installing the package? Okay, I got what he's saying. Okay. So you have to open up Android Studio for this to work. Okay, I will do. Okay, I opened up Android Studio. Now if I run it again, okay, npm run Android, it should work. Actually, it should be. Okay, so if I do this, it should properly work because what happened is, the package didn't got, the native modules didn't got, properly updated in this build because, Android's emulator is always somewhat buggy. But the video is concluded. Once this particular thing is done, I will finish this video. Why? Because I have to take these two builds and then put it in a test flight and internal testing, and then have a release bundle so that these things work. Okay, why? Because this particular local build we have always takes the code from the local dev server only. Whatever update we do from the backend, from what the code push will not work. Okay, so we have to be careful in that. So it will take some time for this to work fully for both Android and iOS. So take 1 week or at least 3 days for this to fully work. Okay, for some reason, this is install volume. It's why Android is like always. Okay, I'm going to close this. Remove this build. Okay, remove this. Oops. It says not enough space. I don't understand what not this one. Okay, for iOS it is working, so I'm going to close it. For Xcode, I'm going to remove all these things because I think the RAM is very less. We are running so many things at a time. Okay, so for the next step, what you have to do is you can use the custom, admin panel with CMS to maintain. You can see no target version enable and all these things public. But I can see it gets all these things from the CMS backend, right? So yeah, like I don't use CMS. I don't like CMS also. Yeah, but in the next video, what I'll be doing is I'll be providing a even more superior solution to whatever I am doing now, where I will be using this library, but we will be making the same exact changes, but we will be using Supabase for that. We'll be using Supabase storage. We'll be getting all the projects from Supabase and then get like creating a new storage, uploading everything to that particular storage, and then grabbing all the required things from there. And then this particular documentation is far superior than whatever is here, and this also works. Actually, you can see in the iOS it works. For Android, I installed insufficient storage. Okay, I think let's remove this. What is this insufficient storage? Okay, what is this insufficient storage? Install insufficient storage. Yeah. Okay, I want to close this. Okay, we'll have to show you. I have to show you how it works in Android as well. I'm going to open this, and then now I'm going to run it again. See, Android is selling. But in India, 90% of people use Android, so I have to put up with this. Okay, I'm going to run this project again. I think it will install in this particular emulator. In the quick start, I will explain each and every step in this particular integration as well. But this one as a console with rollback and force update embedded in the library itself. So this is going to be an extremely good video after this. Okay, I will also provide the same architecture for this video as well, so that people who watch that one also get knowledge on how they can do it from this particular server, like this library as well, with all the architecture there. Okay, executing it should work. I will show you. Alright. Okay, it's building. Okay, so if I tap on check update, you can see. Okay, you can see it works in Android as well. And if I tap on this update, that progress bar will come down because it's getting the zip file and update is success. And I know it should work. Yeah, in local it won't work. As I said, put this in a production server and then make it work. Okay, so that's it for this particular video. No, it's a very actually it has gone more than 1 hour. I'm going to just upload all the content here. But the thing is, this code push process is extremely vital and very time consuming one. So once you do this and test it thoroughly, yeah, you should be good. So I will see you in the next video right after this on how you can integrate this. Where I will also use Excalibur to draw need diagrams as well, because I feel I'm going to use this particular solution only in our own application. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.